Good morning, students. Welcome to your math lesson. And today we are on lesson 3-7 in your Envision workbook. And it looks like this. It is page 117. Okay, and there's a solve and share. And this is the last lesson in the unit. And this unit is about problem solving. And I wrote the I can statement here. And let's read it together. I can use pictures, numbers, and words to explain why my thinking and work are correct. And this lesson is about constructing arguments, and this means that you are proving your answer. Basically, you have an argument and you are saying that my answer is correct because, and you are showing evidence. Okay? It's not the argument in the sense where two people are arguing and they're starting to raise their voices. It's more like an argument like in terms of math and science, something that you have an idea about. Okay? All right, so you are on page 117. Okay, and I'm going to read the solve and share, and you are going to do it. Carrie has 16 more red apples than green apples. She has 24 green apples. How many red apples are there? Solve using any strategy. Use pictures, numbers, or words to explain your thinking and work. So you're providing evidence for your thinking. And you can go ahead and pause the video right here. And if you're in class, and we'll do the solve and share in class. And if you're watching it on your own, pause the video and complete the solve and share. And this solve and share gets your mind ready and focused and thinking about the lesson ahead. All right, welcome back. So some of the vocabulary and reminders of some of the strategies we learned in this unit on solving two-digit equations, two-digit addition equations within 100 is the number grid, and that's right here, the hundreds grid. The open number line. Break apart numbers was another strategy, and you're breaking it apart into tens and ones. And then compensation. When you add a little onto one addend and you take it away from another, to kind of move the numbers around so they're more friendlier to add, and you're looking at zeros in the ones place value to add quicker. You're looking for zeros in the ones place value. All right, let's get started. You will need your hundreds grid. You will need your whiteboard and a marker. Okay, and you will need your Envision workbook, and we're on page 117. You'll need a pencil or something to write with. And I'm going to go ahead and solve green apples. So this is red. I'm going to write an R. She has 24 green apples. How many red apples are there? So she has 24 green apples. So now I'm going to try and figure out what they're asking me to do. I know that there's 16 red apples and that there is 24 green apples. It doesn't look like a 2. There. Right? So I'm going to reread it again after I've circled the 16 and the 24. Carrie has 16 more red apples than green apples. She has 24 green apples. How many red apples are there? So she has 16 more, so we're going to plus. She has 16 more red apples than she has green apples, and she has 24 green apples. So they're asking me to find out how many red apples she has together. So the red apples together are this sum, and not actually the 16. It's 16 plus the 24. Right? I'm going to read it one more time. Carrie has 6 about what they're asking me to do, and by the third time I was an expert. So if I'm an adult and it took me 3 times to really figure it out, as a second grader just learning how to do this, I recommend that you read it 3 times as well. Okay, so now I'm going to do my math, and I can use one of the strategies to provide evidence for my thinking, and I'm going to go ahead and use the number grid. So I'm going to find 16, and I'm going to circle it, and I'm going to go up 2 10. I get to 36, but I'm not done yet because I still have to add the 4 ones. And when you go across, you add by 1. So when you go down a row, you add by 10. And when you go across, you add by 1 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I land on 40. So now I come up here and I bring my answer, but I'm not done yet because what are they asking me? How many red apples are there? So she has 40 red apples. Now I can double check my thinking with an open number line. So I would start on 16 and I would make sure to add all my labels, and I'm adding 24. So I'm going to go up 110. And then I get to 26, and then I'm going to go up another 10, and then $36, $37, $38, $39, $40. And that's how I present evidence. This is my pictures, my numbers, and my words to show how I solved this problem. Okay, and you may or may have not done it this way when you did your solve and share. Let's go ahead and practice the guided practice together. The guided practice is on page 118. It says, solve, use pictures, words, or numbers to make a math argument. And that's what I showed you how to do. Show 3 times. There are 19 chickens in the barn. Yard, barn. There are 30 nesting boxes. Will all of the chickens have a nest? 30 boxes for nests. I'll just write nests. So they're asking me to do a 2-step problem. I'm going to read it again. There are 16 chickens, circle chickens in the yard. Circle 16. There are 19 chickens, circle 19, in the barn. There are 30 nesting boxes. So I have 2 steps here. The first step is to find out how many chickens I have total. Okay, there are 16 chickens in the yard. There are 19 chickens in the barn. So I need to find out how many chickens I have. And then I can see if they can fit into the 30 nests. There are 30 nesting boxes. Will all the chickens have a nest? Explain. 16 plus 19. So I'm going to go to my number grid. And I'm going to find 16. So I have 35 chickens total. Now they want to know if 30 nests are going to be enough. No, but I can't just say no. I have to prove it. So I'm going to write an equation. 35 minus 30 equals, so we need to go to 35 and we need to go back 30, and back is this way, minus 10 is going this way on the number grid. 1, 2, 3. 5 chickens will not have a nesting box. Or you can count back. And do 35. And how many jumps till I get to 30? 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my answer is 5 will not have a nest. Okay, and this is the guided practice. This is on page 108. If you didn't do it with me, rewind the video or go back and look at it again, and we're going to do it together. This is how you make an argument and you show evidence for all the steps. Step 1, step 2. So you've used pictures, words, and drawings to construct your argument and prove your point. Okay, and you are going to do the rest of the work, page 119, and on 100 so all pages 100 and where did we start? 117 to 120. All right, and I will see you back in the classroom.